We usually think about skin moisture as, well, just the difference between your skin feeling soft or feeling kind of flaky. But what if I told you it's also the key to fighting off infections and even preventing premature aging? Let's get into the surprising science.
So that feeling of tightness or dryness, is it just a surface level thing, or is it actually a warning sign that something deeper is going on? Well, that's exactly what we're going to figure out.
Okay, the secret to all of this is your skin barrier. And I want you to stop thinking of it as just skin and start picturing it more like a living fortress wall designed to protect everything inside you from the world outside.
Now, this fortress wall has a fancy scientific name, the stratum corneum. It's your body's frontline defense, and it's working around the clock to do two things: keep the good stuff, like water, in, and keep the bad stuff, like irritants, out.
And this is such a brilliant way to picture how it's built. Your skin cells, the technical term is corneocytes, they're the bricks. But the real magic, the part that holds it all together, is the mortar. And that mortar is made of a mix of natural fats we call lipids.
And the makeup of this mortar is absolutely critical. It's a very precise recipe of ceramides, cholesterol, and free fatty acids. When that ratio is right, your fortress is strong. But if it's off, that's when you get cracks.
But here's the thing. This fortress isn't invincible, not at all. It faces attacks every single day that can weaken its defenses. Let's look at the main culprits.
Public enemy number one? The sun. No surprise there. UV radiation is just relentless. It breaks down those vital lipids in the mortar and damages the brick-like cells themselves. We call this photoaging. Then you've got air pollution. Those tiny little particles floating around in the air create something called oxidative stress, which is basically like a constant, low-grade attack on your skin's defenses.
And what about dry air? Oh yeah, that's a big one. When the humidity is low, the environment around you literally starts pulling moisture right out of your skin, leaving that barrier totally parched and vulnerable.
And finally, something we all do every single day: washing. Some of those really harsh soaps and cleansers can be a little too good at their job, stripping away that essential lipid mortar and leaving gaps in your fortress wall. And when those gaps appear, this is what happens: transepidermal water loss, or TOOL for short. It's just a scientific term for your precious hydration literally escaping out into the atmosphere through a leaky skin barrier. Okay, now this is where it gets really important, because a broken, leaky barrier isn't just about looking dry or flaky. It has serious and honestly pretty surprising consequences for your health. First up is the one you probably heard about: premature aging. It makes sense, right? A weak barrier just can't protect the deeper layers of your skin from all that daily damage. And hey, don't just take my word for it. The American Academy of Dermatology puts it very clearly. Sun damage and constant irritation directly speed up the aging process. We're talking more wrinkles and a loss of that firm feeling.
But now for the big surprise. A damaged skin barrier can actually weaken your immune system. Yep, you heard that right. Your skin is a critical, active part of your body's immunity.
So how does that work? Well, one of the key ways is through these incredible things called antimicrobial peptides. Just think of them as your skin's own natural antibiotics. They're amazing molecules that can kill harmful bacteria and viruses on contact. So here's the bottom line. When your barrier is damaged, it can't produce enough of these little defenders, and that leaves you far more open to skin infections, irritation, and all sorts of problems. Okay, so that's the problem. How do we fix it? How do we fight back and rebuild that fortress wall? Well, the answer is in really understanding how moisturizers actually work. First, you have a group of ingredients called occlusives. The easiest way to think about these is like putting a lid on a pot of water. They form a physical shield right on top of your skin that literally stops water from evaporating away. You'll find these everywhere. We're talking about things like petrolatum, dimethicone, and beeswax. These guys are the heavy-duty protectors, and they are incredibly good at preventing that water loss, that TEWL we just talked about.
Now, the second type of key ingredient is the humectant. Think of these as moisture magnets. They are superstars at attracting and holding on to water, pulling it in from the air and from deeper inside your own skin to hydrate that top layer.
And this list includes all those skincare celebrities you hear about, like glycerine and hyaluronic acid. They just flood your skin with hydration, making it plump and flexible. And for what it's worth, the absolute best moisturizers combine both: humectants to draw the water in, and occlusives to seal it all down. So, by now I hope it's becoming really clear, we need to shift our thinking. To stop looking at this as just skincare and start seeing it for what it really is. It's essential healthcare.
I mean, this quote from a major study by the NIH just says it all. Your epidermis is a physical barrier against pathogens. When that barrier gets disturbed, our own immune system is put at risk. It's that direct a connection.
So what's the ultimate takeaway from all this? It's that your skin isn't just some outer covering. It is your body's first and, honestly, most important line of defense. Keeping it hydrated and healthy isn't about vanity, it's about keeping your whole body healthy.